Hi everybody and welcome to another Nobody's Watching Wrestling mini-sode. Today we are going to talk about a match that made actual history, or at least wrestling history. Jeff Jarrett versus Chyna.
Yes, Chyna! We finally get to talk about Chyna.
It's my favorite match.
Why is it your favorite match of all time?
Because Chyna is an angel from heaven.
This match almost made me cry.
Yeah.
Both for good reasons and because sexism.
Yeah.
It should be stated that this match is as gendered as I think a wrestling match can get.
He was such a misogynist that having her be the one that come in and beat his ass made it better, I feel like.
It was moving because she's also like reclaiming the tools of domesticity.
I mean, it was weird that
so good.
It was a good housekeeping match, and so much of the announcing was about like, Chyna, does she know what a broom is because she's a man lady?
Oh yeah,
like,
get her back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Jarrett?
And then
she
What's his name,
won.
Jeff?
But she was also positioned against Miss Kitty, who was doing the like correct woman things
Right.
by being like a little blonde vacant person.
Oh no.
She actually started baking
as
the
a
cake.
As a character, yeah, who made a cake. She mixed the cake ingredients.
She mixed the cake.
And that was her contribution to the
that
world.
Chyna poured over her fucking head.
Yeah. Remember when Hillary Clinton was like, what, do you want me to be in the kitchen baking cookies? And everyone was mad at her? But Chyna was reclaiming that. She was like, no.
in the kitchen.
Yeah, she's like,
kicking
fuck that.
ass.
Yeah. Women don't have to be in the kitchen baking cookies.
And she looked so beautiful.
Oh my god. Guys, Chyna looked great.
So amazing.
Just like peak Chyna.
So
Was this
strong.
like the prime of her career? Was this
Yeah. And she just looked
Just
so
like-
strong.
Yeah.
And she did, there isn't a lot of wrestling in the match, but she did that suplex and she made it look, he looked so light because she was just so strong.
She's a fucking badass.
Even the things like, there wasn't a lot of wrestling, but there was a lot of mostly Chyna beating Jeff into a pulp.
Yeah.
He did not have a lot of good moments. Like,
And the crowd loved her.
Yeah. And when she did get her ass kicked, she recovered quickly.
Yeah.
You know what there were a lot of? Puns from the announcers. So many fucking puns.
Were they even puns? They
Yeah,
were,
there were
like,
so many puns. Y'all, the tongs to the dick. Like pre-Joey Ryan, pre-grabbing dick. Well, I mean, people were probably grabbing dicks before, but not Chyna with tongs.
It was really
Like,
good.
Yeah, and it was like every
So
time
good.
every time he brought out a tool to use against her, she found a way to turn it around.
Yup. Oh, you want the kitchen sink?
But even like he tries to throw flour at her and she's like, no, I'm gonna turn that shit back on you.
I wish the camera would have been facing him at that time or her at that time when I saw it.
I know.
I wanted to see her face.
She was just like a mirror to society at that point.
Yeah, I was wondering if you guys would be, I mean, maybe it's not surprising, but because we don't watch a lot of matches from this time period, but just how sexist the commentary was.
But in the first scene that I saw some kid in the front row with a sign that said Chris King is gay.
Yeah.
I was like, I know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
It was new to me as someone who doesn't watch a lot of wrestling from that time period. I definitely was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But you get inoculated. And like I grew up during this time.
Right.
I know what sexism is.
But it is truly shocking to hear it now.
It was
I wasn't
a lot.
that shocked. I mean, we're older than you too, so
Yeah,
like
it's
we've
true.
dealt. I don't know.
No,
It
it's
wasn't that
true. It's
shocking.
true.
But you forget like how
But I
much
was like a
accepted.
kid watching that.
Yeah.
You know, like, and they were just letting him say those things on television.
Terrible, terrible things about human beings.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was weird to see how, like, you think that this is not that long ago, and
About 20 years ago.
still,
1999, 20 years ago.
still long enough ago that women had jobs that weren't using a broom.
Right.
Like, they discussed as though,
Yeah.
like, it was so crazy, like, of course Chyna should be baking a cake with her breasts and things. Like, it was just really flagrant.
Right. Something that really stuck out to me when I read her book was how much she hated being called a man and how like it hurt her deeply.
They
and, like,
almost fucked up with the salami when she beat him over the head with salami.
Yeah.
They almost made a salami dick joke to
yeah,
her, about her.
and it was just so hurtful to her, and like I can't believe that they even like would come close to that, because it was just like,
yeah.
it's just like,
Because
so
she was
sad.
really feminine. The same thing is happening with Shayna Baszler right now, is that they're like, she's not effeminate enough for people. So it's
Right.
like, because of that, people I mean, she's also a really good heel, but also
Right.
that feeds into that that ideal that like she's not a real woman, so like she, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and that was, I think that was what specifically made the pretext of the match really uncomfortable for me, that it was such a gendered thing of like, oh, you know, women are supposed to be in the home with household goods, and I just like felt that subtext of like, but you know, Chyna could never be around these household goods because she's not a real woman.
But
and
looking at the women in the audience afterwards who were so ecstatic, just like made my heart like, just like it was.
See, that's why like
beautiful.
when people say that like wrestling is sexist trash, I'm just like, I mean, often yes, but also like then you have moments like that which it's like truly cathartic.
it was clearly a very empowering win that she got to come in, and also that like he like won earlier on by breaking the rules, and she got to have a clean win where she stuck to how she was supposed to, even though how she was supposed to sucked.
Right.
Also, let's start a campaign to get her back in the Hall of Fame.
Those exist online, and we will share them on the internet.
If you have one, if you've started one, share it with us.
Everyone, Chyna won this match, and she should win everything. Put her in the Hall of Goddamn Fame. Everyone, thank you so much for watching these. These are possible because you or maybe someone you know gives to the Patreon. That's linked below. Please give to that. I'm Ariel Italic.
I'm Lady Barrick Andrews.
I am really emotional about Chyna.
You should be too. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Mwah.
Bye.